Fittingly, the gospel that we have today, and there's a little bit more that's included there in the Gospel of Matthew, they're labeled as the woe sayings of Jesus. Not like woe, slow down, horse, but woe, shame on you, right? We heard it repeatedly here today. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. Probably some of the strongest language of upset that we ever hear from Jesus. He really calls them out in a very strong way. And I think maybe some of us kind of say, yeah, do it, Jesus. Give them, a hard time. Now, I've had a lot of experience with the 12-step programs with folks who are recovering from addiction. And in recovery, one of the things that is talked about that is essential for the recovery of the person that finds themselves bound in addiction is that they need to be brutally honest in their work, in their lives. They have to be brutally honest. And what I have found is that those who are the healthiest in their recovery programs are the ones that are brutally honest. They call a spade a spade. When they talk about their own life, when they look back at their own life, when they explore what it is that brought them to where they found themselves before they made the move towards wholeness, when they look back, when they see it, they say exactly what it was. No whitewashing, no excuses. That's what it was. That's what it is. Jesus, as he's calling out these hypocrites, these Pharisees, he's calling them out because they are not being honest. Many of them were well-intentioned, but their direction in their well-intentionedness, their desire was to help other people in their faith to develop their relationship with God. But it was a misunderstanding. It was almost like there was a certain, as I mentioned in the beginning of this homily, almost a certain joy in pointing out the faults of others. For ourselves, for our own, each one of us, our own relationship with Christ, and for us as a community of faith, as a parish, for us as citizens of the United States and of the world, it requires brutal honesty if we're to live the life that God's called us to. Jesus said, I am the way and the truth and the life. We've been baptized into that. We've been baptized into a way of living, which is Christ's way. We've been baptized into the truth, for which we must seek throughout our lives. Because finding the truth in a world that has so many lies is very difficult. And when we do that, we find ourselves in the fullness of life that Christ is. It requires of us, individually and corporately, whatever group that we're in, for us to be honest, to admit our faults, and to seek the grace, forgiveness that God offers for those times that we haven't done what we should. We make no excuse, but we come before the Lord seeking the wholeness that God calls and that God can give to us. Who knows, maybe we're all recovering and seeking to walk in the light of Christ. He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. Amen.